Aloha everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Zina speaking. Today I will be speaking about what is Hurler Syndrome. In my video, I will cover definition, causes, symptoms, mnemonic, and lastly, the treatment. Let's start with the definition. Hurler syndrome is the most severe form of mucopolysaccharidosis type 1. So you can say the other name for the Hurler syndrome is MPS 1. And it is an autosomal recessive condition. What do I mean by an autosomal? Meaning that it is hereditary. So if the parent is having such a syndrome, the likelihood for your child to be having it is high. So what is mucopolysaccharidosis 1? It is a condition where your body doesn't have enough enzymes to break down sugar molecules. So this will result in sugar buildup. In other words, is a lysosomal storage condition. So when your body is unable to break down molecules such as the sugar molecules, they will normally accumulate in lysosomes. So what are lysosomes? They are parts of your cell that control molecular waste management. That is the storage, recycling, and digestion of molecules. In other words, in order to simplify it much more, imagine that your trash is full with many dirty waste, and you need to empty this trash bag into the main container. When it is full, you need to empty it, right? But in such case, in Hurler syndrome, the waste is not being emptied. It's keep on filling, and there is no way we can empty it due to the there's no enzymes that are there in order to break down the waste products, which results in the cells that will quickly die or don't function properly. And because of that, the symptoms of such condition will happen. Now, the question that might come in your mind, what is the cause behind such a syndrome? There is a mutation of the IDUA gene. This gene is responsible for creating lysosomal enzymes. Which enzyme? This is referred to as the alpha-L-hydrogenase enzyme. This enzyme breaks down the waste in the cells. When the gene doesn't produce this enzyme, what happens? Of course, there is accumulation of the waste products in your body, or particularly in cells, which causing them to die or not function properly. Eventually, you will have Hurler syndrome. Now, what are the symptoms of such a syndrome? Now, you can formulate the symptoms when there are waste products inside your body, which means that everything in your body will become big due to the accumulation of the waste products. So, in this case, you will have full cheeks, full lips, low or depressed nasal bridge, cloudy eyes, excessive hair growth, large head, etc. In addition to that, because of the accumulation of the waste products in cells, causing the cells not to function properly, this will result in mental retardation. Your brain is no longer being able to think clearly. In addition to that, frontal posting, prominent eyes with hypertelorism, meaning that the eyes are bulging outside, basically. Lastly, the depressed nasal bridge. Now here is a mnemonic to easily remember the Hurler syndrome. As you can see, the two initials H and S stands for hate sugar. Because this syndrome hate sugar, so it will never break down the sugar or the waste products from your body. And as a result, the symptoms, everything will be large because the waste products are being accumulated in your body. So you will end up having large symptoms such as large head, large mouth, large tongue, large lips, large cheeks, etc. Now, as you know, patients who are having such a syndrome, they will have a short half-life because these symptoms are very severe. And because of that, we need to do a treatment as soon as we discover if your child having such a syndrome. Number one is the enzyme replacement therapy. What do I mean by that? It's obviously replacing the damaged enzymes, which will prevent the symptoms from getting worse and has the potential to reverse the complications. Which enzyme? The alpha I hydrogenase enzyme. This enzyme, if you provide your child with such an enzyme, then the symptoms will get better and it will not worsen, and your child might get be treated.